CNN is learning that Alex Preddy had a physical encounter with federal agents about a week before he was shot and killed by law enforcement. Sources tell CNN that Preddy broke a rib when a group of federal officers tackled him while he was protesting. Priscilla Alvarez is breaking that story for us. What else are you hearing, Priscilla?
Dana, we're learning more details along with my colleague Jeff Winter about what exactly transpired a week before Alex Preddy was shot in Minneapolis and died this past weekend. Now, in this earlier incident, he stopped his car after observing ICE agents chasing what he described as a family on foot and began shouting and blowing his whistle. Preddy later told one of these sources that 5 agents tackled him and one leaned on his back, appearing to leave him with a broken rib. Sources also say that he was known to federal law enforcement, though it's unclear whether it was this incident or another with federal agents that they knew of him. It's also unclear whether the officers who tackled him on Saturday knew who he was.
Ladies and gentlemen, the woke virtue signaling is in full force today because Jimmy Kimmel is out here literally crying like a baby over Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preddy finding out, both putting themselves in the middle of ICE operations, both disobeying lawful commands, both putting ICE officers at risk, one of them hitting an officer with her vehicle. And this fool is sitting up here crying and virtue signaling, pretending as though the ICE officer did something wrong protecting their lives. Let's go ahead and react to this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
And to the people of Minneapolis, to the Preddy family and the Good family, and these people who were looking out for their neighbors, we want you to know that we are with you and you are not alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beta male Jimmy Kimmel. There's only so much of this idiot I can play on this channel without getting copyright claims and strikes. So I got to be real careful. But guys, they're out in full force because it's not just him, it's Natalie Portman, which we'll get to in a minute. But before that, I just want to say this. Where the hell is all this outrage when conservatives, it's like if it comes from conservatives, it's like the life doesn't matter. So when they say Laken Riley, brutally murdered, Jocelyn Ungary, brutally murdered, Rachel Morin, there's so many guys. This is just names that have been repeated, but there's tons of them. Hell, Charlie Kirk, Jimmy Kimmel was literally making fun of his death. He wasn't saying it's a tragic thing, political violence is bad. He was happy about it. And then they sit up here and they want to cry over people that are literally throwing themselves into situations. They might as well just throw themselves in front of bullets or a moving car. That's basically what these dummies are doing, is putting themselves in bad circumstances. Rachel Morin wasn't doing that. Laken Riley wasn't doing that. They were out just living life. Charlie Kirk was just talking just like me into a microphone. That's all he was doing. Killed over it. He wasn't going and breaking laws and then getting killed. These people don't understand this nuance and this difference, and it makes me sick. Let me see what this fool Natalie Portman was saying, because I haven't actually seen this clip, so I'll watch it with you guys. Here she is. I'm sure she's crying like Jimmy Kimmel was.
Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because it's really been, it's such a horrible day. It's been a horrible week, and it's very joyful to be at a film festival and in a creative community celebrating film together. But what is happening in our country is just obscene, and what Trump and Kristi Noem and ICE are doing to our citizens is, and to undocumented people, is outrageous and needs to end. And I'm very moved by all of the people coming out and supporting each other in community and showing the best of America, really being like incredible neighbors and citizens. But it's just too much. It needs to end.
Bear in mind, guys, I mean, even though Jimmy Kimmel's not much of an actor, both him and Portman inevitably are actors and actresses. So it's not, I would not put it past them to completely fake these tears, because again, when you have other lives that are being lost for people that are not putting themselves in danger, not putting themselves at risk, following the law, they don't have anything to say. Hey, I mean, a crime's a crime. Why we got to blame the illegals? Okay, well, a crime's a crime. Why we got to blame ICE? Why we separate it into different categories? If you don't want to separate the categories of U.S. citizens versus illegal alien crime, why we separating crimes by ICE? No, I don't want to hear nothing about, well, they're enforcement officers, they're government officials. I don't want to hear nothing about it. A crime's a crime, right? So we just going to treat it all the same. If that's the case, and you don't got nothing to say about Lake and Riley, then you can just shut the hell up. That's my opinion on that. So guys, I'm going to close out this video with Adam Corolla discussing a bunch of these woke Hollywood morons and all of their ridiculous takes and the virtue signaling, the endless, just pathetic virtue signaling. And he's basically telling them to shut the F up, which I think we all could enjoy.
Hollywood should sit this one out. You idiots were just wrong with COVID like 10 minutes ago. Remember? For 4 years, they were wrong with COVID. For 4 years, they were wrong with Russiagate, Hunter Biden's laptop, Joe Biden's sharp man. That guy could do a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Remember all that? That was all out of you, Hollywood. So maybe you guys are wrong about stuff on occasion. Your batting average is horrible. So why don't you just shut up and sit one out?
No, they can't. They believe that you can raid the president's house, but you can't raid Jose's. And Jose isn't even an American citizen.
Yeah, and, you know, Portman should know better because they should be insulted with all the Hitler talk and all the, you know, these guys are brown shirts and all this Gestapo stuff. If you're Jewish, you should be highly offended. Comparing American law enforcement to Nazis.
Yeah, well, they said Anne Frank is the same thing as some criminal migrant wanted for battery, just hiding in the attic. I mean, it's insulting to pretty much everybody. Even the Holocaust Museum told Walls to knock it off.
When the Holocaust Museum tells you to shut up, you've really crossed the Rubicon.
I think Walls is on his last legs. He cuts a deal with the president. Everybody dials it back, and we can move on to other places, maybe San Francisco. I think Minneapolis has had enough.
Yeah, and think about the agenda of the Biden administration. Remember like 5 years ago with the whole Haitian on horseback crossing the border, shades of Jim Crow, whipping Haitian border crossers, and then Joe Biden does a whole speech saying we're going to punish ICE and the Border Patrol. What was that about? Him taking the side of the illegal Haitians over something that didn't happen, and he knew the information on it. He had access. The photographer said it was bogus, and he wasn't whipping anybody. And so what was Biden doing in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, he was conditioning the country to demonize and hate the law enforcement people who were securing the border. It's a sad, tragic weekend, but we'll get over it. It seems like cooler heads will prevail. Great to see you, Adam Corolla.
Yeah, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, was doing whatever it took to try to win an election. The same thing the Democrats always do is try to win elections by lying their way into the office. And this is no different. The thing that sucks here is that you have these morons on television, and in some cases, people that are heavily admired, like Natalie Portman. A lot of people like Portman. I think she's a great actress, but yeah, it does really put a sour taste in your mouth and make you not want to support their endeavors when you see them on TV pretending to be outraged about things, clearly being ignorant about things, and yet strongly speaking out about these things that American citizens don't want. American citizens do not want illegal aliens to be coming into the country, period. The vast majority don't want illegal aliens coming to the country. They want immigrants to come into the country via a normal process, not just walking across the border and getting medical benefits and taxpayer funded health care and shelter and food and living basically expense free off of the taxpayer dime. I don't care if some of these people go and eventually get I-9 paperwork and social security numbers fraudulently, and then end up working legitimate jobs that they fraudulently got, then they're taking jobs away from American workers too. So no matter what they do, they're doing something wrong. So this is something that people should not be supporting. No celebrities should support this. And they're clearly out of touch. They're way out of touch over here crying, making fools of themselves over people that would probably laugh if something bad were to happen to them. A lot of those illegal aliens, a lot of people don't know how a lot of folks are. Not every person is bad that comes into the border illegally, but a lot of people are. And a lot of them would probably think it's funny if something bad happened to you. They'd be like, haha, these idiots are fighting for me. Yeah, go fight my battles. Go die for me, you morons. That's what a lot of these people would say, but
and you work all fucking day, you don't got shit. Thank you for working so hard so I can be home all day, free. I can use my EBT. Go to work for me, white boy, white girl. Yeah, go to work for me, you fucking white animals. Fucking work for me. Yeah, you fucking work for me. And the U.S. government they work for me. All of you work for me. Now go to work. Pay them taxes, take care of me and my people. All right? This is my land. I control this place. This is my reality. You all gonna be enchained. I'm gonna lock all you guys up if you don't pay your taxes.
They're just too ignorant and too stupid to realize it. This is kind of goes to show you that having a lot of money and having a lot of clout does not mean that you have the brains to back it up. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cybernoodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
I know I'm supposed to feel sorry for Alex Preddy, but I don't. I don't. Do you know why I wasn't shot by Border Patrol this weekend? Because I kept my ass inside and out of their operations.